Hey, welcome to the Film Threat Friday Livecast. I'm Alan Ng. I'm the editor-in-chief of Film Threat. And where's Chris Gore? I don't know where Chris Gore is. Where could he be? He's supposed to be here. It's 9 o'clock. You know, you've all come out and you got us to 100,000. And the least Chris Gore could do is be on time for his own show. And oh, wait a second. There he is, right behind me. He's on a different show, and I thought it'd be fun just to kind of let's go into that show, and what is it? Yeah, let's just critique him. Let's see how he's doing, and before we do that, let's get into it. Okay, hey everyone, we got a great show today. We're going to talk about Wonka, The Boys in the Boats, American Friction, and we also have the director of The Family Plan, starring Mark Wahlberg, and it's on Apple Plus right now. But let's do this. Let's see what's going on with Chris. Let's hey, in the chat, let's critique Chris's performance here on Geeks and Gamers.
199. Hail
They're
Ryan
going
and Chris Gore. Congrats
they're going
Chris,
through super
on the
chats.
100,000 subs.
Appreciate it. We're trying to get to 169,000
That's right.
is our next benchmark that we're going to celebrate.
Here you go. General I just said that. Vault 95 survivor for $1. Good morning, y'all.
Let's
Chris,
also remember
how
that
did the no whites live stream of Rocco Man go?
All the chat.
It hasn't happened yet.
About it.
It happens next
We
week.
do give priority
next
to
Wednesday.
chats, but here we go.
I don't know. It's just, it is a little, it feels weird. It's a weird, I mean, I understand the sentiment. The initiative is let's get some smaller YouTube channels who don't have a huge audience
yeah, I wish
that
I
are
had some
up and
parts of
coming, and let's help them. But why don't you just invite them to the all media screening? You could get and Alan goes to these screenings, which I don't mind. Like, good. Alan can see a movie early. That helps. That helps Film Threat. So it's just, it's just weird because I'll ask Alan on my behalf, can you ask this guy if I could be your +1 or get in? And they just say no. It's very strange. I've never, no other studio is doing this.
I can tell you that.
Warner's.
And you know what the reality is? I can't tell you how many of these like really small YouTube channels run by, you know, creators who are like, oh, black female creator who's her entire channel is about being a black female or whatever, like super small channel, doesn't get any traction. They'll have like interviews with like super popular actors and shit. They'll get this incredible access and nobody watches it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like a friend of mine who I go see at screenings, John, he has a channel called Nerd Reactor. He'll get some like big interviews, but his channel, like he'll get like 40 views, for like a big interview. So it is really weird. And actually, technically the term, Ryan, is COC, creators of color.
Creators of color. Okay, I'll try to remember that.
Remember COC.
Hi, Davina.
But it just shows you that
is Emanuelle spelled with
all the
one
access
M
in
or
the
two?
world
It's
isn't going to
one
be a
M.
substitute for
I
like
had to look that
people
up.
actually care about what you're doing or your personality or
From
whatever it
MM,
may be.
G&G needs to put Film
you can get all
Threat
this access
on
in the
their
world, and
window.
at the end of the day, it's
So
not
we
going
can
to
go
help your
full
channel if you're just
Ouroboros.
not entertaining or
Ouroboros.
whatever.
Yeah, I just don't understand what the thinking is. I guess the thinking is sort of lift them up, but I think it's embarrassing for the talent to be on a channel that's not widely known. And then like, well, what is the benefit to the thing you're trying to promote? Right? It's like the whole thing of like, well, we'll lose. We don't care. Look how good we look. It's like, that was actually, in addition to go fuck yourself, my favorite line that Elon talked about in that interview was the people who care more about looking good than doing good, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing evil.
Yes. So
and that
that
describes so many people or
he's supposed to be
companies
here.
that I know
9 o'clock.
in Hollywood,
This is
in the entertainment
Kidman.
industry. They just care
We'll see how much
so
he
much
repeats
about
in
looking good and giving themselves
Gamer.
awards and all that stuff,
then
which is
he'll
why,
bring it
to bring
over
it
here.
full circle, we just started our own award
But,
show.
yeah, we have some news about Aquaman.
Anyone can do that,
which is
right? But we're just trying to lift up small indie movies you've never heard of, and it's all over the map, like politically speaking, too. One of the movies that won this, and it's about trying to heal the division.
Let's see, Davina Duckworth.
It's a really good
We'll just go through
documentary.
comments here.
if you're up
Davina
for that,
Duckworth,
so, there you go.
rich playboy
Cool.
spends his
We got
time
a bunch of
recklessly
super chats
playing
on the
with
power. Chris,
women
I know you
after he
obviously.
seduces and dropping.
I gotta do my other stream.
You got to do your other
Fixing
stream. Your other stream is live right now, watching us.
Emanuelle.
Actually,
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
We'll get to Manuel.
Is it really?
It is. Yeah,
later
Alan's
today,
Alan's
later in the
watching
show.
us live over on Film Threat.
Oh my God, I got okay. Yeah, I wonder.
See,
if we can
Alan
cross the
Horkin
stream.
is
You
Ryan
wanna do an
insulting
experiment?
Latino slang.
We
Like,
could
I wonder-
try.
Can
Slang
I?
gets
Okay,
great
I'm
interviews. Yes,
on
he did
GMD
a
Daily.
great
Can I
interview with
also
John
be on
Ortiz
Film Threat
from
at the
American
same
Fiction.
time?
I
which
think
we'll
if
be
you
talking
open a
about
new
today.
tab and you go to your StreamYard there, I think you can be.
Let's
All right,
Um,
let's see if that breaks StreamYard. I don't know,
Oh, I think.
but I see I could like do it. But anyways, do the super chats and I'm gonna figure this out.
Oh, okay.
All right,
What did
Linko
you do here?
Kenobi for 10. Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan, I finished watching
Okay, I think
of
they-
the return. I quite
they
enjoyed
might
it. Hope
be
you and Gary
pretty
did a
in this
great job
live
in your
stream.
streaming. Hey, Gore, I hope you enjoy the
Okay.
movie Hail the
From
199.
James
First two episodes of research
Rashidi,
were really, really good. And
Alex
if
should
you
fire
read
Chris
the book, you're
from
probably
his
feeling
own
really rewarded
show.
about a lot of the
Yes.
references they make and the dialogue options coming straight from the
Hey,
source
football
material.
frequency. Great to see you again. This is
Luke
great.
Harmon
This
for
is
5.
awesome.
You guys see recent Elon and Alex Jones convo? He started by saying AJ
Yeah, I
would be
mean,
allowed
how much
back on
longer
X.
can we talk about
Jeremy,
Elon?
Happy to hear that. Yeah, Jeremy's talked a lot about that as well over on.
I mean, every
Podcast
video
and
on
stuff.
my
Thank you,
feed
Luke.
nowadays, on my YouTube.
Star
feed,
Trek,
is
remember,
Elon.
for 27 months. The only movie I
Although now it's kind
I
of
went
switched
to was
to
Guardians
Disney.
3. I would have gone to every Marvel movie at least,
Let's
except
see.
they weren't
Triple
bothering.
Threat 305.
with
Alan, send me a
I
text.
would have gone
and
to
let's
every
see his
Marvel
reaction.
movie at least.
I don't know if they're watching
except
it
they
or
weren't
not.
worth bothering with. Then Star Wars.
Yeah.
Thank you, Star Trekker. Sigtread gives
Yeah,
you
I'll send him a
membership.
text. I'll say,
Taker
where
for
are
5.
you?
Ryan, that Matthew guy on last night misspelled Quantum Leap in one of his super
All right, let's
chats,
see.
so I couldn't help it, and you brought it home perfect. Hey, I'm glad to be of service, Taker. Francisco Sanchez
Chris
for
goes,
10.
where are you? Are you
The Korean and
live?
Japanese series is also a component in Netflix
All right.
success, anime as well. Star Trekker for 10.
Okay, from Brock
You
Samsung. I'm
say
going
the
to
work
read
culture at Disney's
your
toxic.
chat
Could be a bunch of
over
diversity
Ryan's
hires
super
flexing their
chats.
real personalities.
I don't know
saying they
how
can't be
panicked
fired.
Disney is at the moment.
Well,
Missing
Chris talked
Iron
about that a little bit.
was
Yeah.
on
There is
StreamYard
a
yesterday,
lot of it. The stories
and they
that
did a
we've been
proxy
getting
vote stats.
from what's happening
Peltz
within
has
Disney,
2 billion,
you know,
but
first of all,
BlackRock has
probably not
14
shocking
billion.
to you,
So
to
no
this
board
audience,
seat.
but to have it
Yeah,
confirmed and it's even worse than you think.
Yeah.
This is why they've fallen on such
The
hard
news
times.
is great.
They
I'll
basically
just say
drove
that.
out all the veteran
And,
talent because these
we'll definitely be
narcissistic
talking about this
children
on Wednesday when it comes to
refuse
John
to be
Lasseter.
mentored by someone who has all this knowledge. We're losing it. We're just losing all these, like, the veteran talent has all been driven out of Disney. So it was described as it's the insane running the asylum. That's basically what
that's the story we're
There's
getting
no one
from
in charge.
from
It's
everyone
all
at
a bunch of
Disney,
children.
from the insiders at
there you
Disney,
go.
is that
Should I try to
the rot
try
is
to
kind of
cross the
coming from the
stream,
bottom
see if
up.
we break it?
Let's do it.
And a
Let's
lot
do
of
it.
the
Okay, I'm gonna-
veterans, left.
You'll
They
be
didn't-
good.
they
It'll
didn't
work.
leave because of this,
Okay,
but
we'll try
but
this.
more or less they saw the signs coming, and we'll get into
Now
that.
your audio is kind of funky.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait, keep talking. You're good.
Okay, here we
I think
go.
it's okay.
For James Woolen,
Okay,
Chris is
all right.
too important
See-
for his
we'll
own
see if this
channel.
works.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So, all right.
But how many people are watching them?
Fear the Tardo for 5
Let's see the numbers.
says, "Hi, sex paid
Okay.
girl's dad. Hope enjoy show. Lock it in, yay." I feel like I hear myself echoing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Check.
It's hilarious. Hey.
Yeah,
Hey,
I am
Chris.
echoing.
Oh my God.
You're
Alan.
Wait,
Crazy.
are you talking to me or are you talking to Ryan?
Alan,
Yes,
this
yes.
is hilarious. Hey,
channel.
I'm on. Oh my
I'm
God.
on your channel
Alan,
and
that's
this
crazy.
channel.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Oh
I'm
my-
muting Ryan here. Yeah,
Sorry.
so what, are you talking to Ryan or are you talking to me?
Catastrophic echoing like over and over again from the thing and from you and from Alan.
Who are you paying attention to, me or Ryan
Oh
right
my-
now?
For a second. I don't know if you can stop sharing our audio from the stream. Then I'm gonna unmute. Mute it for a second.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
have
you can
to.
stop
Okay,
sharing
I can
our
just.
audio,
I can mute
from the
myself on
stream.
your stream.
Then I'm gonna unmute here. For a
Okay.
second.
All right.
I don't know if you can
It's
stop
weird.
sharing
It's
our
weird.
audio,
It's weird. All right.
from the stream. Then I'm gonna unmute. All right. This is what happens when you cross the streams. Either way, listen, Chris, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you coming in. He's got to do his own stream now over on Film Threat. Go subscribe to Film Threat. You guys will head there right as soon as we end the stream. I'm going to finish up these super chats and rock and roll. But thank you, Chris, for joining us, man. I appreciate it. There you go. There's his bye. There's
Wait, now I can't hear you.
Chris Gore's awesome. Big shout out
Oh
to
my.
him.
Hey, can you hear
Tried
me?
to cross the streams.
Alan, I can't
Sorry.
hear you, Alan.
Okay, we're back to normal now.
Okay, we're back. All right. I got to take a quick break and we're going to do a prop. That's great.
Okay,
I
so
love that
mute
you did
your-
this.
Yeah, turn
I'll
off.
be right back.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
I'll be right back. Wait, am I echoing?
No, I got it. We're good now.
All right,
We
I'll be
got
right
this whole
back. I
thing
got to get some more coffee.
figured out.
I'll be right back and we'll do a proper start to the show. I promise.
There you go. He needs a break now because all right. Hey, MK Solid 82. Alan, you need to put your foot down. This is unacceptable. Tell me about it. From Marco CC Sus. CCS 65. Hail Film Threat. Let's see. Toxic Waltz N8. Is it difficult just to be on the same stream? Tell me about it. Yeah, we should do an Alan Reacts channel, an Ing Relax. Thanks, Alan Horgan. Let's see. Yeah, let's get into One Punch Man Tolkien fan. Chris is cheating on you like Jonathan Majors. Yes. I'm supposed to meet him later today, and I'll be chasing him across a parking lot. Goober, Alan React Ing. There you go. Davina Duckworth, you have to wake Frank up from his dreams of Chris. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, where are we? Dennis Wright, what's going on? It's just getting insane. That's what's going on. Let's see. Sir Switch Crookington, welcome to Victims Anonymous. Hi, I'm white and I can't see a kids movie. That's right. Hey, look, you guys had a good run. America's 250 years old, getting there, almost 250 years old. You had a good run, and sorry, white people. You just back to the bus, back to the back of the bus. All right. Let's see. Suns and Shadows. I'm watching both of you at the same time. Not anymore. Let's see. Don't cross the streams. There you go. It's okay. Let me scroll down here. Let's see what trying to see. Sorry. Oh, hey Carolyn. Hi everyone. Oh yeah, how's it going? Hey, yeah, miss you guys. You guys gotta come out to LA more often, or I gotta go travel more often. Okay, let's see. Alan Horkin, this was dumb. Please never do this again. I know. Look, he was supposed to be here at 9. That's when our show starts. I told him, you're gonna be off at 9, right? Jimmy Francis, the three of you create a new format, maybe not the most practical, but unique. Davina Duckworth, and that was the end of Ryan's Money Train, the loose caboose. Actually, I need to pull up Rumble here because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Rumble chats from our dedicated followers here at Rumble. Let's see. BMO Better says, "Hey Alan and the Rumble peeps," and BMO Better then says, "Boomerception." Chris, you with us now?
I'm back. Can you hear me okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to change my background real quick. So do what you need to do.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you for your patience with this. I have no idea if this broke anything. I think this is weird, as they say, but I don't know. It's very sorry. But we appreciate you. We appreciate you. So there you go. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Just gonna. Yeah. We'll get things started in a second. We're actually just gonna go back and restart. We should just go back and restart.
I did the opening and everything, so it's been done.
Right. So yeah. Wait, this is weird. What? Who is that? I have to kick him out. All right, that's weird. Okay. All right. All right, let's get things started. So, oh God, what is going on?
I know who is
Things
that?
seem really buggy. Things
Yeah.
seem buggy now. Did something happen? This is
What do you
just
mean? What's buggy? Because things are
something
working
is
fine on my.
this is really, I don't know, something's really buggy with the thing. So that is very weird. What just happened?
I think Drunk 3PO just invaded our
What
screen.
is going on? We gotta, okay, wait, all right, this is weird. This is weird. I'm gonna change that. All right, back to this. All right, let's just restart like the show didn't. First of all, I love that you did this. I love that you.
Hey, I did start the show properly.
Oh, you did? With like, you did already? Well, are you
Yeah,
all right?
we started normal.
Oh, you start normal. Let's just start. Let's start with our first. Okay, here's what's happening on the show. We got Wonka. We got movies. We have like 3 big movies we're going to review, but there's a couple quick news stories that I want to get to. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I added. I should just tell you, I added an indie film, and then
good.
And then I hate to say it, I can't go to Aquaman on Wednesday.
Why?
My wife needs to go to a doctor's appointment, and I can't get around it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
I did ask if they could put you in my spot, but we'll see.
They said what'd they say?
They haven't responded yet.
They haven't responded.
Yeah.
All right.
I shouldn't have sent them a picture of you.
Did you send them a picture of me? Why did you do that? Why would you do that? All right. Well, hopefully this is all in here. I want to show this to you.
Yes.
I want to show this to you because one,
I believe I've seen this before many times.
No, you haven't. No,
okay.
You have not seen this. We're gonna just play this because first of all, I love AMC. I love going to AMC theaters. I think I know I can be 20 minutes late, and everyone claps when Nicole Kidman video comes on. So we're just gonna watch it like you and I are in a movie theater together, Alan. Okay. So here we go.
That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. And we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us. And stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are. AMC Theaters. We make movies better.
I wish they would show that.
The thing is, here's my big complaint about AMC, which is why I want to bring this up. This is going to be something of a Gore Rant because it needs to be said. I need to invent this. A freaking IKEA chair. I love Nicole Kidman. Love going to my AMC. You got to update this video. We just saw a taste of what you could do. This is what you could do for your new intro. This is one concept. I'll bet there's others, but you got to update this video. It's been playing for years now. I think since I want to say 2020, might be since 2020. They've been playing the same intro. AMC, you got to update it. Otherwise, you're going to see more of this. And that's my rant. That's my rant there.
Okay.
I got something
look, I'll respond by saying this. If you're a Regal guy like me, and for those of you who know Regal, the Regal video that they play every time is far worse than this. It's cringy. It's painful to watch. And so when I go to AMC and I see Nicole Kidman, I have a great appreciation for her and that video. So until I stop going to Regals, this Nicole Kidman is a refreshing vision to behold.
I genuinely like her. Now, I'll say this, breaking news. Nicole Kidman was at the AMC Burbank 16 within the last couple of weeks. They are shooting a new version of this. Who knows when they're going to roll it out? But I think people will be confused. You're so used to it. It's like, okay, I could show up late to the movie. As long as I know Nicole Kidman, I haven't seen Nicole Kidman yet. I'm on time, right? Like you see her on screen, it's like, oh, the movie's going to start because it's the very last thing they show, but they have to update it. Even update it, forget updating it. Take the current commercial and give me a 7-second version of it where she literally just sits down. I don't need to see the entire commercial each time I go to an AMC theater, and I love my AMC, but please update it, cut it down, something. End of rant here.
I will say that if I walk into a theater and they're not showing the movie, I know I'm on time.
I love how Alan like just sort of like oh God, it's
independent horror films scare the living poop out of my bunghole.
I can't watch that clip enough. I can't watch that clip enough. Oh,
I wish I delivered it better.
I thought it was fine. I thought no, the fact that you didn't do it perfect is actually perfect. So yeah, I think people know I'm at Film Threat. I had my name that way because I was on Ryan's show. I was on Geeks and Gamers Daily, G&G Daily, as they call it. But I want to talk about something else here that I think is really interesting. That I don't think, and a shout out to Leo Cody for sending this to me. Comedian Chris D'Elia, you may know, he was canceled because he said bad things and did some bad things. Canceled. And we're not going to talk about that. You can look that up. That's not what this is about. But he was canceled. He was even cut out of a Zack Snyder movie. I even forget the name of the movie. It's where they go to
the zombie one.
The zombie one where they go to Vegas. He was the helicopter pilot and they reshot it and cut him out of the film. Chris D'Elia canceled. However, a clip has emerged and Leo Cody sent me this clip. We're going to scrub through it. It's like a 4-minute comedy bit. It's about the decline of Marvel. It's about Marvel's decline. We're gonna look at this, and all he does is, I mean, there's always in any, and Alan, you know about this, any really good comedy has a grain of truth, right? There's some truth that's there. He's really just stating a truth. So we're gonna look at this. Wait, I gotta find the correct file here. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay, I have to, you know what? I might have to convert this file. All right, maybe we're not watching it. Wait, where did it go? Did it disappear? No. Hang on. Why don't you read some chat questions and comments while I fix this?
Hold on. All right. Okay, we got, let's see. Nerd Far Away, can you mute Chris Allen? I want to hear you better. I should, yeah. Oh yeah, Carolyn, miss you. I miss you. I miss you too.
Hey, Kara.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out, by the way, that I was completely mispronouncing Kara's name. I was saying Kara.
Yes, you were.
Why didn't someone correct me? Oh my God, I feel so bad. Like I look.
It's funny. I did correct it one time, but then I realized we were listening to you on something, and I had corrected you in front of her, and you weren't there.
All right. Well, there you go. All right, we're going to go back to your chat comments and questions in a moment. What we're going to do is take a look at this video. I found it. It is not online anywhere, but it is worth seeing. We're going to talk about it. And here we go. It's about a 4-minute comedy bit. I may pause it in between, but let's take a look at comedian Chris D'Elia, and he's talking about Marvel movies. Let's take a look.
Dude, Marvel is too many Marvel movies. We can agree on that, dude, all right? It's just, there's too many. Remember when they made the last Marvel movie? No. Remember when all the guys died in the shit? Like everyone died in the Endgame? And then what happened? After that, there was another one. Like right after that. It goes, everyone died, and then it was like part 2 coming up. And you're like, what? They died. Remember that? When all the fucking guys died? When Spider-Man was just like, I don't feel good. Mr. Stark. And he just disappeared. Everybody was crying in the theater, but I was like, fuck yeah, no more Spider-Man. We don't have to watch it anymore. Fuck this. And then what happened? They made fucking 6 movies with Spider-Man after that. They made 6 more Spider-Mans. They had so many Spider-Mans. They had the Tobey Maguire, they had the guy in the Facebook movie, and then they had that cute boy that does it now. And then they got after that, they made a cartoon Spider-Man. They made a cartoon Spider-Man, and in the cartoon, he's black, the black Spider-Man. And then they made another black Spider-Man, and in that Spider-Man, they have a bunch of other Spider-Man in it. They have a bunch of, it's like a multiverse or fucking fuck off. It's like... Dude, they got so many. There's a pig Spider-Man. There's a pig Spider-Man. It's a pig. That's 3 halves.
The fact that now, like, it's become fodder for comedy, not just articles in Variety and Reporter admitting that Marvel's got some issues. I think this is great. Let's watch some more of this. There's a couple minutes left. If the chat is cool with it. So keep playing it. Yes. Okay. Is that a yes to keep playing it, Alan?
Half spider, half pig.
Here we go.
This is a joke, but I shit you not. I guarantee it. I'm telling you, this is the truth. This will happen. There will be a time where there will be a movie with a paraplegic Spider-Man. It just will happen. It will be. He'll just be like, stop, evildoers. Fucking. Sorry, I can't really aim that well. I don't feel my legs. Oops, I kicked the lady's face. I'm so sorry. Watch out, I gotta land. Fucking just scrape his face all up. Oh, it's Peter Parker. We can see his identity. We gotta stop using paraplegic Spider-Man. We can't use a fucking paraplegic Spider-Man. And then they'd be, because you're not for equal opportunity? Oh, crime is rampant.
Okay. I actually like Chris D'Elia's comedy. I think he's funny. I did have a Twitter spat with him once. I don't know. I was joking.
Probably over something stupid.
Well, it was definitely over something stupid. This is literally like in 2012. Okay. He was on the show with Whitney Cummings and I kind of goofed on him. This is when I used to enjoy Twitter and kind of troll people and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll say the same thing I said about Jonathan Major's video we showed last time. It's like, why are we litigating this stuff over social media? I have no idea what happened. All I know is I'm supposed to believe he's a bad person. He may be, but it's like, I'm basically the only reason I know that he's a bad guy is because of the mob, basically.
Look, I just want to see some funny stuff. Let's keep it going. There's just we're more than halfway through. Let's watch it.
I'm telling you, man, there'll be a bunch of different Avengers in a year, 2 years' time. They'll be like super them. Be super them. That would be like big shoulders and a pussy. Like that's what he's like. Oh, it's a bird. It's a plane. I can't really identify it, to be honest. Help, super them. Get. The woman's burning in the building. Go help her. He's like, hello, ma'am. I'm here to help. Can I save you? Do I have your consent? I can't save your life without verbal consent. What's that? I can't hear you over the explosions. All right, your choice. You're like, good job, super them. It was up to her and you let her. Where the fuck is paraplegic Spider-Man? We have a meeting. He's in the bathroom, the big stall. Just on the shit, I'm late. Spider-Man just shit. He's on the ceiling, just plopping it in like that. That's how I would shit if I was Spider-Man, just up on the thing like that. Super them. Go check on fucking paraplegic Spider-Man. I would, but I can't. I'm not allowed in that bathroom.
I think this is. I think the fact that now Marvel movies are a joke, right? Marvel movies have become a joke, and this segment from Chris D'Elia, which hasn't really gone viral. I don't know how Leo Cody found it. He just said, "Hey, you should show this on your show." He's sort of our ghost producer, I guess, at this point, throwing a little things here and there. But I thought that was a pretty funny bit. Let's see if there's any comments related to this. I know we have a lot of super chats. We'll go through them, I promise. Congrats to Film Threat for surpassing 2,500 on Rumble, says Aid Ellis 24. And also from Rumble, Winter Soldier sub-supporter, the Regal welcome is terrible. And Regal was advised not to use it. They had to because of the change from Coke to Pepsi and the loss of Young Cinema Creators series.
It's really bad. It's...
Okay. Beerosaurus Rex, member for 16 months. Sweet 16. Happy Friday, everyone. That's cool. I'm going to go for the supers. We'll get to these other ones later, I promise. Fear the Tardo. Hey, Fear the Tardo for 5. That like when Tardo make hot caca, always bad. Eat too much corn long way, like multi-purse twin beardo. P.S. High sex paid girl's dad. Lock it in. Yay. Did I read that right?
I have no idea what that is.
Castigan for 199 pounds. Who's a member. Film Threat has become a video art channel. Noise. There you go. Rahul Ray for 40 of something. Check out Animal this weekend. Best R-rated film. Thank you, Rahul Ray. And Gollum's half-botched circumcision leftover for 10,000 PYG. So Ryan sending me here. Hi. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
That subscribe button. Alan wants us to get to 169,000. A couple more here, and we're going to get to Wonka. Matthew Hammond for 499. Gary showed a picture a while back of a wheelchair-bound Spider-Woman with the wheelchair strapped to her back. Yeah, it's like Chris D'Elia was making the joke, but actually,
it happened.
It happened. It ended up happening. For 2, Party Boy says, "Why is Alan so hot?
Why is the sky blue?"
Yeah, so it's got to be. That's Alan's secret account, actually. Party Boy. Party Boy is your secret account?
Yeah, and I'm spending $2
to say that.
To say that, yeah.
Red French Moon for €2. Did Spengler, Dr. Spengler did warn us about crossing streams. Well, it happened.
Yeah, that was.
Now
we know why.
Carolyn says he played a creeper in the show You, and it was too good at it. But his comedy is funny. Yeah, I heard about that. He basically played himself in the show. So, yeah. Chris, you broke it when you crossed the streams, says Stitch, member for 3 months. Thank you, Kara. And hilariously awful productions for 5. I'm surprised Wonka was still white, to be honest. Is that how I'm supposed to?
I think so. I think that's what it was.
Wait, you say it.
I'm surprised Wonka was still white, to be honest. Although they did gender swap him, sad face.
Not gender swap. I think that Timothy Chalamet is America's twink.
So when they cast Timothy Chalamet as Willy Wonka, they didn't gender swap.
Yeah.
Okay.
You broke it when you crossed the streams. Wait, I think I said that one. All right. Hey, Yellow Flash is here. Hey, Yellow Flash. Lol. Always good to see you. Yeah, you should play that Chris D'Elia clip. I think that's going to make the rounds. I think it's going to make the rounds. And always good to see you in the chat. Yeah. Yellow Flash, Flashcast on Saturday. My understanding is that a Mr. Gary Beekler from Nerdrotic will be on Flashcast. So you need to watch Flashcast. You need to watch it. Always good to see you, Yellow Flash. All right. Also, we're going to get to it. There's a vegan commercial playing before the Wonka movie, and I have the details on this. This is going to be an interesting other new news story, but we need to get to our reviews because we have a special guest joining us, I think at 10:40. So in an hour, we've got at least 4 movies to review. So we really got to get, I need some help here. I'm going to switch the banner. Let's jump right in and let's talk about it. We're going to pivot. We're going to pivot here. Real quick. Wait. Just a second. I have a new video that you all need to see. There's some, no, put that up. That's cool.
Okay.
Put it up. It's fine.
Wait a second. Alan Ing, how would you rank The Iron Claw among the movies of the year? Alan Ing, I'm calling you out, Alan Ing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely top 5.
It's top 5 of the year for The Iron Claw, The Iron Claw.
Yeah, it'll be. Oh my god.
Shout out to Glenn, our producer, intrepid producer. He's always putting videos in there. He doesn't run them by me. He doesn't run them by any of us. He just like, hey, you should play this. All right, so I'll play it. Let's talk about Wonka. Alan, you and I have both seen the film.
Yes.
This is not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is not that story. This is Willy Wonka as played by Timothy Chalamet, or as Alan likes to call him, America's Twink. I happen to believe that Timothy Chalamet is actually a very good actor. Not in everything, but I actually like him as Paul Atreides in Dune because he is as described. If you have read the first Dune book, Paul Atreides starts as this gangly, skinny 15-year-old boy.
Yes. I believe the term was twinkish.
He's twinkish. Although that term is not used in Frank Herbert's novel, but he is he's not a man. He is 15. By the end of the book, he's 18. So the events of the book take place over about a 3-year period, although it sort of jumps back and forth in time. That's a whole other thing. But he ages. So I actually think that the casting of Timothy Chalamet as Paul Atreides is very good. This is a different Wonka. This is Willy Wonka who does not have a chocolate factory. It's a Willy Wonka who has been tricked into becoming literally a slave to pay off a debt at a hotel where he now must do laundry, but he's sneaking out and he is at the beginnings of his chocolatier career. And he'll create all sorts of delicious, different types of chocolates using this sort of mobile kit that he carries around. He befriends a young girl played by what's her name? The character? I'll find
it's a weird name. I remember that.
It's not a weird name, but it's she befriends this young girl who becomes sort of his sidekick. Her name is Noodle.
Yeah, sorry.
Played by Calla Lane.
Weird name.
Yeah, Noodle. And Noodle has never tasted chocolate. And Willy Wonka befriends her by making a special chocolate treat for her. Suddenly, rivals have become aware of Willy Wonka's talents as a chocolatier and is then pursued by all these other chocolate companies, Fickelgruber, among others. They all want to take out Willy Wonka. It's
a chocolate cartel.
It's basically the chocolate cartel wants to take him out. There's all this corruption where they befriend a police officer played by Keegan-Michael Key, who they make, you know what they do in this movie? They make a fat joke. Not everybody's going to be happy with this, but Keegan-Michael Key plays this police officer who's bribed with chocolate and through the film just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's pretty funny, but it feels like in tone with a lot of the Roald Dahl stuff that I read. I read the original book by Roald Dahl and the sequel, The Great Glass Elevator. Love those books. They're very weird and a lot of dark things happen. As Willy Wonka's fighting the chocolate cartel, trying to escape this life of servitude that he fell into, he was he was tricked into this. He then meets a little Oompa Loompa who has been stealing his chocolate. He traps him, and his name is Lofty. No idea why the Oompa Loompa was named Lofty, but here we are. And Hugh Grant plays this. As soon as he enters the story about halfway in the film, Hugh Grant, to me, is the best part of this movie. He is so funny as this character. He's not nearly in it enough. I think maybe that's why he's good, is we get him in little doses. And it's Willy Wonka sort of, this is the story in the second half, how he kind of gets a factory and will become the chocolatier that we know from the movies and books. The interesting thing about it is there's a running thread about his mother. His mother's passed away, and he has this last chocolate bar that his mother gave him, and he will not eat it no matter what. He doesn't touch this chocolate bar. I thought that was touching. It's directed by
Paul King.
Sorry, what?
Paul King.
Paul King, who did the Paddington movie, and it has this kind of whimsical feel to it that once you get into it, I have to admit that I enjoyed it. And Timothée Chalamet has this weird, his whole thing is that he's incredibly optimistic no matter what happens. The worst thing happening in the world, they're in danger, they're going to die. He's still super optimistic. He's not trying to do a Gene Wilder imitation. He's not like, I think Johnny Depp just took it too far where it was just bizarre, right? Where you kind of see the origins of Willy Wonka along with telling the story of the 5 children coming to the chocolate factory. This isn't it at all. It's a completely different story. And in the end of the day, I really enjoyed it because frankly, I think it works on 2 levels. It works. It's fun for kids, and there's all sorts of humor that would appeal to adults. There is music in it. And let's just say Timothée Chalamet is not a great singer, but he's not a bad singer. He is a competent singer. So in the end, I actually had unexpectedly really enjoyed the film. I think it has a problem of being too long, like almost every movie does today, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But I enjoyed it. I would recommend it. Probably somewhere between a 6 and a 7, but really recommend it just to, like, you want to escape the world, go into a fantasy realm. You know, Wonka, I think delivers on that. Not a perfect film by any means, but there are some moments that are really touching about a love of candy. Alan, what did you think of Wonka?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I really like this movie. I will say it's probably the best musical this year, which I'll qualify it. The problem with all the musicals this year is all the songs are not memorable. I couldn't sing a single one. This one is the same thing. It's not memorable. I can't recite to you a single lyric. Right. But from the quality and from its placement in the story and the fact that it does propel the story along, the music's very good. Mm-hmm. I will say Paul King, if you look, this is Paul King. His fingerprints are all over it. It's as good as Paddington. And you know, I think Paddington, I think people enjoy Paddington. I don't think people say it's the greatest kids movie ever made. But there's enough good stuff about it to make it a quality children's film that adults can watch. And I think Wonka here is the same way. And so, this is one of those cases where, the only reason I was ever even interested in Wonka was because Paul King was behind it, and he pulled through, and that was great. The thing that I like most about Wonka, though, is its positivity. It's just an overall positive movie. It's just about overcoming, the obstacles in front of you, growing a bit as a person, and coming out ahead of the game, on top at the end. And this movie is it. This is the movie that you take your kids to. You'll feel good about it. I will say it is a direct prequel to the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, only because it ends on Pure Imagination. I believe that's maybe there's 2 songs that they bring into it from the original, but I believe it is meant to be a direct prequel to all that.
And I have to admit, when that music
Mhm.
came up at the end, it just brought me back.
Yeah,
Brought me
I mean,
back.
they set up the they placed it in the right context. They built it because the movie does appear at the beginning. The song does appear at the beginning of the movie, and you kind of see the evolution of that. You know, to those who love Gene Wilder, and I get it, and I have nothing bad to say about that. You know, it's a different movie. It's you know, it's definitely got more special effects in it than the original. You know, at some point you just kind of have to divorce yourself from that and say that this is a movie unto itself, and I believe it works. You know,
Yeah.
and Timothée Chalamet, you know, I think, you know, he's doing pretty good in terms of choosing roles lately.
Yeah, no, I like Timothée Chalamet as an actor. There's a film, and I'm forgetting the name of it. He plays a drug addict. It's on Amazon Prime. Steve Carell plays his father. It's based on a true story. He's very good, and I think he's also really versatile as an actor. And just the thing that you pointed out in your review, positivity.
Mhm.
That's what's sadly lacking in so many films. Even like the so-called superhero movies lack like a positivity. It's it's going to be dark. Or like my favorite one is, this is the Empire Strikes Back of insert the movie. I don't know. There's so much darkness in our real world right now. I want a movie that's not dark. And if you're looking for that, this is it. It's positive, it's entertaining, and it's hopeful. And the just sort of, you know, his performance as Wonka just oozes optimism. You can take your kids to it. You're not going to have to worry about anything. There's no
Any subversive messages other than Roald Dahl himself.
Yeah. I mean, Roald Dahl was pretty, but it's not anything that you'd find upsetting at all. There's no sort of messaging other than, I mean, a positive message. What's the positive message? Work hard to achieve your dream. That's the message of Wonka.
Yeah, and give chocolate to everyone in the world.
right.
I mean, but that's just it. It's this idea of living a life where you can gift the world with something positive.
Yeah.
You know, and ultimately that's what I think the Wonka series is about.
Well, this is great. We both agree for once.
Yeah, for this one time.
No, we agree more than that, but I'd say we agree maybe 30-40% of the time. It depends on the movie. So, all right, let's look at your chat comments and questions here. Hilariously awful productions for 2. Willy or Won't He Wonka, starring America's Twink. Thank you. Yeah, he sort of has that twinkish look.
I guess this should have been the thumbnail title, the stream title.
Well, we can make it the title of the review when we clip the review out. The Nerd Far Away, who's a member, thank you for that. I'd give Wonka a chance just because of the positivity. I'm looking for light too. Yes, there's so many, especially when you watch Oscar movies. Alan and I have been watching all the quote in contention awards films, and they're all dark. They are all incredibly dark. So I just want something positive that you can you'll walk out of the movie smiling. You will walk out of the movie smiling. So there you go. Alan Horkin, Wonka, how much of a musical is it? Alan?
It's very much a musical. The trailer gives you a hint, maybe that it might be a musical, that might be a dance number, such as you see in the background here, but it is very much a musical. It opens with a musical number. Musical numbers are kind of strewn throughout the film.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's better than Wish, definitely. And it's better than any of the other musicals that have come out this year. But you know, I wouldn't, I wish it had gone further and just given us something we could walk away with, something we could nominate at Oscars.
Kara Lynn says he's very eccentric and weird in a great way. I'm still probably pronouncing it wrong, but I'm sorry, Kara. I'm sorry. Aaron Taylor says Chris likes Timothy as an actor because he fits the role from a book he loved. What movies has he stood out in? In Dune? In I don't know. I like Timothy Chalamet as an actor.
Yeah. I mean, I liked him a lot in Little Women.
What was the Wes Anderson movie he was in? I don't know. He's been in a bunch of things, Aaron. Bushin Ryu Cat says, it's not Alan, it's his alter ego, Ing the Merciless, the ladies are hot for. Makes sense. Suns and Shadows for 2. For Dark Krampus 2015 with Timothy as the BF. There you go. Let's see. Another from Rumble, 8Ellis24. Keeping the OG design for the Oompas is another nod to its attachment to the Wilder film. Yeah. I mean, they achieved the effect differently, but I like the way he did it. I like that works. Okay. Alan,
he was in the French Dispatch. That's it.
Yeah. Alan Ing not swearing is funnier than most people actually swearing. Beerosaurus Rex says, I don't like seeing ads for the thing I've already paid for, like an ad for Blu-rays on a Blu-ray or that AMC ad when you're already at the AMC. I think it's all about branding or for people that don't go to AMC very often, but I don't mind it. It's become a joke with the audience. And if you do what I do, just say, right before she says, okay, it's the very end, there's like a pause and there's an opening where you can simply yell, are your nipples hard? They are. And she says they are. I will say that in the theater sometimes. Want Biscuit says, just finished watching the Iron Claw review video. Great review, guys. I'd be surprised if this movie didn't have a litany awards coming at it soon. I hope it does.
Well, it got shut out of Critics' Choice.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I think it has to do with timing.
Yeah.
Not all of us got to see it before nominations were due.
Wes Ray says, listen, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at a movie in my life as I did the first time I saw Dumb and Dumber in a theater. So there you go. And from Rumble, Salt Dog Zero. First, Jeremy was too busy for the High Council, and now Chris Gore is too busy for Film Threat, his own show. I'm here. I'm just late. Alan knew I would be late. This was something.
You're hanging out with your best buddy there.
What are you talking about?
Ryan,
we talked about this. We planned this. So there you go. All right, now it's time to pivot. We're going to pivot here, and we're going to talk about another movie. Alan, if you could put up American Fiction. Let's talk about that. Okay, Alan, why don't you take this one? What is the story of American Fiction?
Yes, American Fiction is the story of Jeffrey Wright here. He plays Monk, a prolific, well, I wouldn't say prolific writer, but a writer of novels. And he is also a teacher. He's a struggling writer. He's a teacher. He gets fired from, he gets put on leave, administrative leave, because one of his students was triggered by a book that he made them read that had the N-word in the title. So he gets put on administrative leave. And meanwhile, there's a book out there written by, let me say, sorry, I gotta pull the thing up here. American Fiction. So basically, there's a book out there called written by, dang it,
Issa Rae. Issa Rae is
Issa Rae,
actress. No, wait, it's not.
Okay, she plays Sintara, an author. And she's just like Monk here. She's very well educated, and she wrote a book that's very gritty and very urban. And Monk finds it offensive that this is how Black literature is being portrayed. And so, meanwhile, he goes home. His mother has dementia. His sister passed away, so he has to take care of his mother, who ultimately he needs to put her in a home. He can't afford it, and his agent says, well, you should write one of those books. And he says, look, it's not going to happen. And as a joke, he writes one, and it takes off. It's called Pathology, and everyone loves it. There's a movie deal that they want to do, and now he has to deal with the fact that he's now about to become super famous because of a book he wrote as a joke and is offended in every way by its existence. And there's a side story that's hilarious too. But American Fiction, this is probably up there as I'm almost gonna put it as my favorite movie of the year. It's funny. I was it's social and political satire at its best. There's this family story behind it with him and Sterling K. Brown that is just the heart of this movie, because it deals with a lot of their upbringing and a father who wasn't there and a father who favored him over the rest of his family. And I was listening to an interview with Cord Jefferson, who is the writer director of this, and it's based on a novel. But his whole point of this movie was the Black experience in America, because the Black experience on one end of the spectrum is slavery, and on the other experience, it's the president of the United States. And he was saying that the problem is that there's so many stories in between those two pillars of Black experience in America, that somehow we don't want to tell those stories, and that we're forced to tell the slave story constantly. And that's what this movie kind of hits upon. And I think it's it's an important movie to watch. I saw it in a room full of white people, and they were uncomfortable, which is great. I love it.
Good.
And, and quite frankly, when I saw The Color Purple, I with in a full crowd, I kept thinking about this movie.
Well, this movie will trigger white liberals, because they are completely mocked, and it's not white people, liberals specifically. There's a scene, I don't want to ruin too much, but there's a scene at the very beginning of the movie where he goes to this book conference, and there's like 4 people in the room, and he's doing a panel. I think there are more people on the panel than in the room watching him talk about his literature. Then he goes into the biggest room at this convention, and there are a sea of people, and a woman talking about her book, I Growed Up in the Hood. And she reads a passage from it, and it's all just like ghetto slang. And they're white liberal women in the audience are just eating it up. And it just shows, it shows how like white progressives they only like Black people to be a certain thing. You've got to be, you got to check a box or fit into a box of a certain type of identity. And if it's not exactly that identity, they don't like it. So when Jeffrey Wright's character, Monk, tries to, he's like, I'm just like a writer. I just want to write, and his fiction is not accepted as being worthwhile because he doesn't fit into the box that they all want to put him in. He doesn't fit neatly into this box of a Black writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a clip that's going around that they put out where he's in a bookshop, and his book is in the African American Studies section.
Right.
But the movie has nothing to do with being African American.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, and he gets offended by it, and he removes the books and puts it out in the proper category.
It's something that I've been saying forever. He just he takes the books from the African American section and just puts it with the books, right? It's about this stupid idea of identity politics, trumps everything. And it's a dumb idea. Even when I remember being in college and going to film festivals for the first time. I'm going to film festivals, and I thought it was great. But then I was like, why do they have the women filmmakers or the Black filmmakers? This is literally what they would do, is they would take the Black filmmakers and the women filmmakers, and they'd have their own section. And they made it like it was like a big deal. And I'm like, how about just the good films that we can all enjoy regardless of identity? And I was always confused and baffled by this idea that you've got to take this category, and to me, it's demeaning. Because it's like we have to lift up these women filmmakers. So they're going to be women filmmakers, right? They're going to be, this is where the Black filmmakers go. I call BS. And this is what this movie mocks. I mean, look, it's more of a drama than a comedy, but the comedic stuff is so satirical, poking fun at all.
It's laugh out loud funny. I mean,
yeah.
You'll laugh. This is a drama, but you'll laugh more in this movie than you will at any of the other comedies out this year.
Because the situations are ridiculous, and it's poking fun at something that is in the world, which is an idea that white progressives only like when Black people do things that they kind of, put their seal of approval on, and they have to be a certain way. There's another great, oh my God. this is like maybe a minor spoiler. What is in your background, Alan?
Oh, that's from Emanuelle's Revenge, which we'll talk about.
Well, you're going to review that next.
Yeah, we'll review that.
Okay, I haven't seen it, but I think I want to just
Pretty
based on,
sexy, yeah.
it looks like Poor Things too. Anyways.
Oh no.
Okay, so there's a scene where they're debating about to give an award to a book, and they're talking about it, and there are like 3 white people on this voting board and 2 black people, and the 2 black people vote for one book and the white people want this other book, which is that typical book.
Yeah, it's his book. It's his book.
Well, don't you go? Dude, I almost said it's. Anyway. Okay. You shouldn't have said that.
It's not a spoiler. Come on.
It's not a big spoiler, but it's like the line that they outvote the white people on the panel, outvote, and they're like, we just want to lift up black voices. We want black voices to be heard. And it's like, it just mocks everything that is stupid about our.
To me, it's condescension.
Yes, exactly.
It's people who are above me, dropping me their crumbs.
Right.
And it's like, no, you put me at your level, and this is, I think it's important for film festivals to highlight, ethnic voices, women voices, LGBT voices, fine, but don't do it in a way that's so condescending that it feels like that you're just, here's your corner of the festival, you do your thing there. I would say, these festivals, they should just go out, look for the best from these ethnic voices, these minority communities, and put that in your festival and just say this is something great that we found. Don't pander to us.
I'm just tired of bad ideas being seeded where somehow that's the default, right? These horrible concepts of identity, like Alan, outside of Film Threat, you are my friend. I don't think of you as my Asian friend Alan. I think of you as my friend Alan. Dante James, who happens to be black, I don't think of him as my black friend. I think of Dante as my friend Dante. And this idea that
I'll just say, Chris, you're my favorite white person.
Well, I'll take that. But it mocks all the stupid that is seated in the zeitgeist that I just think should go away. So.
That's the point of this. The movie is that the breadth of the black experience in America is very broad, from slavery to the president, and we should be telling those stories. And just the idea, I don't know. There're just so many. Like I love the fact that like this mocks all of this happening in the culture right now, and couldn't be a better time for this movie. Strongly recommend it. 8 out of 10. There's a scene where he wants to change the name of his book, and I won't reveal what it was. But
no,
but the struggle session over it is hilarious.
Yeah, the name of the oh my god. Strongly recommend it. 8 out of 10 for me. Alan, what about you?
9 out of 10 for me.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's look.
Yeah, like I said, I think I still haven't decided yet, but this is. I mean, it's almost my best movie of the year.
Here we go. Latino slant plug for 5. Check out my American Fiction interview I did with actor John Ortiz on my main page. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, if you haven't subscribed to Latino Slant yet, he's closing in on 100,000 subs. I think it's just 94,000 to go, but he's closing in. Help our friend Paulie.
Yeah. By the way, John plays Monk's literary agent.
Yeah.
He's excellent in this movie.
Yeah. And there you go. Thank you, Paulie. I was hanging out with Paulie last night. Some of my best friends are gringos, says did I say it right? Says Paulie from Latino.
Yeah, you're not all the white devil. It's
Oh, well, thank you for that. Jamalama has become a YouTube member. Okay, couple things about becoming a member. Check the members tab to get the link to join our Discord. You can continue the conversation. And then also we do giveaways to members only, a lot of digital codes for movies and whatnot. So check the members tab for giveaways. We do those all the time. And for exclusive content, Bill Buttlicker for 100 of something. Finally decided to watch Star Wars movies for the very first time. Should I watch it in any particular order? And big congrats on award this. Cheers. I would start with Star Wars, then The Empire Strikes Back. Then I would watch the prequels. So watch episode 4 and 5, then watch 1, 2, 3, and then 6. That's what they call the machete order.
Yeah. Although you could skip 2.
No, I like 2.
I hate 2.
I like 2.
I hate
I like
2 so
2.
much.
All right.
Still better than 7, 8, 9.
Tim Morrill says, is cinema coming back to giving audiences movies to think and talk about? Well, I think if you watch certain movies, the thing is mainstream movies are mostly sort of vapid. I mean, as much as Wonka is fun and entertaining and heartfelt, it's fairly vapid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's I mean, this is considered a mid-tier movie in the sense of it's put out by MGM, but it's definitely not one of these big Hollywood films. They're putting their risk in these smaller indies.
I mean, this is the reason that Film Threat exists, is to give you a balanced media diet. We're going to talk about Aquaman 2. We're going to talk about the Marvels. We're going to talk about Wonka. We're also going to talk about smaller films that may not be in wide release or you may not know about. And this is, I think, why people watch our channel, is to discover films like American Fiction that are worthwhile. So you just need to look. They are all there. They're always there. They're just not the biggest movies. So Gunho Max says, watch 4-6, then stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually, he's talking about Star Wars. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Could do that.
I mean, can you imagine a world where the prequels and the sequel never existed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be a pretty good
Might have
world.
been better.
Yeah.
Might have been better. But yeah, thank you for that comment. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. Did we get this? Railers Swim for $4.99. Love you guys, but Alan, Regal sucks. They ruined Warren Theaters when they took them over. Alan I feel like Alan has the Regal because it's really close to him.
Yeah, it's less than a 5-minute drive from my house. And they built that one, and it's an IMAX. So it's one of the few IMAX theaters in Orange County.
And you're generally alone.
Yes. Yeah, no, this was on the chopping block right after the pandemic, and the shopping center that they just built in my town needed to keep that theater there, so they reduced the rent drastically to keep Regal there. I'm having some problems with StreamYard. I don't know what the deal is. It's buggy. I'm not blaming Geeks and Gamers or Ryan Kinnell specifically. There's something is not working quite right. Let me know if you have any issues. Davina Duckworth says, based on the 2001 novel Erasure by Percival Everett. Yeah. Interesting story, but Cord Jefferson, the book was actually in the hands of Angela Bassett for a long time, and then she never did anything with it. And then Cord kind of gave him the pitch, and Everett said, "Tell you what, I'll give you the option for free, as long as you can write a good script in 6 months."
Right. Nice. Thank you, Davina Duckworth. Always like to see you in the chat. Wes Ray, so is American Fiction on Amazon Prime, or is it going to theaters first? It's in theaters this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's in theaters. It's not wide release, but it's playing in most theaters. At least I know from AMC's in Southern California. I can't speak to the rest of the country or the world, but I mean, look, invariably everything's coming to VOD at some point, some video on demand, some form of video on demand. So this is one to watch, one to look for when and how you can see it. And if it is playing in a theater near you, it's we're recommending it.
Absolutely.
All right, time to pivot, Alan. As always, why don't you do the background? We're doing a team up.
I don't know which one you're doing here.
Emanuelle's Revenge.
Okay.
Sorry. Emanuelle's Revenge.
Yeah, how's that?
Wow.
You like that one?
Alan, I have not seen Emanuelle's Revenge, but I'm very interested. Tell us about Emanuelle's Revenge.
Okay, so I believe, not seen the Emanuelle series. I've heard about it. So Chris, I know you're much more up on Emanuelle, but I believe this is a continuation of her journey. She's a She's an Italian investigative journalist, and so this film is about a wealthy man named Leonardo, who is successful in business and successful in love. He appears to be a very upstanding gentleman. He meets a young model whose name is Francesca. She is an up-and-coming, almost a top model at this point, and he decides to pursue her romantically. And she plays hard to get, and he becomes very, very patient about it, and decides that he's going to go out of his way to woo her, to make sure that in all these situations she feels safe. And at one point, he throws a party. I believe it's his birthday. Invites her. They go off to the side and they make out. And then we cut a year later, where Leonardo, his business continues to grow, and he meets Emanuelle, who is this investigative journalist who's an author. She just wrote a book, and he takes a fancy to her. And he begins to pursue her aggressively, but respectfully. And she plays hard to get, but ultimately she invites him over to her home in Budapest, where they are at this point. And let's just say things don't turn out well for Leonardo. And the whole movie is about who Leonardo is, who he actually is, and then what Emanuelle does to be part of his downfall. And let's see, there's bondage, and it's very hot and very sexy. A lot of topless women. Emanuelle is very sexy and uses, this is one of those cases where she's not the girl boss, but she uses her feminine wiles, her sexuality to basically take down the Leonardo. And it's I'll be honest, I don't remember a whole lot about the plot, but yeah, it's sexy.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, my eyes were glazed over when you were telling me the story. I could care less.
Yeah.
In the movie, is there any
69?
So
oh,
no, did you just confirm that? Oh,
there might be. I mean, look,
God.
there's she play Leonardo is a horny guy, and she plays into that to take him down. And he is presented with certain things, certain images, and then he is it's pretty sexy.
Well, first of all, I'm familiar with the Emanuelle series. They're just an excuse for sex scenes. There's no story for this. It is softcore porn, effectively. How is this? Is this out in theaters? Why are
it's on VOD? And
on
it came out yesterday, but it's on VOD now.
Okay, so it came yesterday.
Yes, and if you like it, it'll come today or it'll come tomorrow. Whenever you want to see it.
All right. Look, do you recommend Emanuelle's Revenge?
Let's put it this way: there are people I would recommend this to you, like you, Chris, and there are people I would not recommend it to. I mean, look, let's face it: the plot is kind of, it's a Me Too kind of a plot. It's certainly, I think American film has done it better, but it's good, and it's Skinamax worthy.
Skinamax worthy. All right. Well, I was already sold when you were just reviewing a Emanuelle movie. I thought, oh wow, we're gonna review an Emanuelle film. Okay, I didn't know this existed. That's a little crazy, but why?
And the women are beautiful in it.
Well,
look, it's beauty in the eye of the beholder, and there's beauty to be held.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the chat here with some comments and questions. Alan went from Disney to Emanuelle, says Heinlein, who's also a member. Thank you for that. Killick69 says, Ing, always bringing in the best stuff. Well, the indie stuff is always and sometimes, look, it's not always great, but we try to at least highlight it. And
I should say that it's in Italian. There are subtitles, and the subtitles get distracting at times.
And Latino Slant Polly says, cocinos. What does that mean?
I think that's boobies.
Oh, well, there you go.
I have no idea.
A super chat here from Bush and Ryucat. Thanks, Paulie. Bush and Ryucat for 5. It doesn't matter if we're white, black, yellow, or red. We're all pink inside. In other words, horny little girls. Well, I can't believe I read that, Bush and Ryucat. Thank you for that. Donald J. Skywalker, who's a member for 1 month. Hello from Dearborn, Michigan. Hey, I was just in Michigan at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con. I was there in November, and I'm probably going to be back next year. Are you planning on reviewing Rebel Moon? Hope both of you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I am seeing Rebel Moon on Monday at the Egyptian Theater. I just got confirmation that I will be going. So there you go.
Is it in theaters or is it on?
No, it's they're doing a premiere, and I emailed someone I knew at Netflix, and I got into the screening.
So it's a white screening. Then.
It's a white screenning.
Yeah.
I'll send you the email. I'll forward you the email. See if you can go. I'll see you on Monday. How about that? And oh, by the way, a week from today, Alan and I will be exchanging gifts on the live stream. It's going to be our little pre-Christmas special. We're going to talk about Aquaman because I don't think we're going to see it until.
Yeah, I don't think we are.
I don't think we're going to see it. I don't know. I've been asking. They don't care. They don't care. But yes, we're definitely going to review Rebel Moon. Hope both of you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Well, thank you, Donald J. Skywalker. Appreciate you from Michigan. I grew up in Michigan with the high school and college in Michigan. And I go back at least once a year to visit family. So there you go. Can we get a boob count, Alan? Says Adele is 24 from Rumble. Alan, care to estimate a boob count?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
Well, I'm glad it's an even number. That would be weird if it wasn't. If it was an odd number, it would be weird. So there you go. All right. I check your email, Alan. First of all, this is the thing that Alan and I battle about is I just say, Alan, you have to answer your email. Please answer your
which
email,
one?
Alan.
Which one?
I just forwarded you an email.
Okay, I haven't gotten it yet.
It's probably because it's not 100% instant. So,
maybe it's in one of my filters here. No, I never got it. Later, we'll take a.
Just check your email at some point. Your email at some point.
Now I will say that I feel like there's a chance you might be able to see it on Wednesday.
Okay. Why do you say you feel that? Because you emailed them?
Well, the way it was, the response I got leads me to believe there's a glimmer of hope here.
Well, just say you can't go and I can go in your stead.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Now they responded to that.
Well, you still have to do the show on Wednesday.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool. We'll do it at night. It'll be Hollywood on the Rocks After Dark. Can we do that?
Now I got your email.
All right, cool. Well, you can take care of that while I'm pivoting. All right. We've got more films to review. There's a lot happening today. Let's just say that there's a lot happening today. So there you go. We're going to pivot. Usually when we pivot, we just like to play a video.
It's just this running theme that they have.
Well, I don't think Zootopia's Pixar.
It's not. It's Disney. But racist, even though I guess. But it's the father who doesn't want her daughter.
Why is it? I just need to say this. No matter how old I get, farts are still funny. Am I immature or do adults find farts funny? F in the chat for farts. And if you disagree with me, what should the disagree be? X. X if you disagree. F if you like fart jokes or you still laugh.
Or do you want to do a poll? Is that...
Let's do a poll. Ms. P. Coffee is setting up a poll. Do you still find farts funny? Yes, no. Those are the only two choices. Yes or no. We're going to reveal the results of the poll after this review ends. And then we have a special guest coming up. The special guest is the director of the movie The Family Plan, starring Mark Wahlberg. Get your questions ready. Get your questions ready for director Simon. I was told how to pronounce his name. Can you just give me a moment here? It's pronounced Kethlin. Simon Kethlin Jones is the director.
Although it's not spelled that way.
Right. It's not spelled that way, but it's pronounced that way, I'm told. He'll be joining us on the show for our last 15 minutes. Going to be a lot of fun, so please stick around. It's going to be just a quick interview. We're checking in with him about this film. I specifically asked. I like Mark Wahlberg. I really like him as an actor. And, you know, I was not ever a fan of his boy band stuff. I'm not the target demo. Never liked boy bands at all. But I think Mark Wahlberg as an actor is really interesting. I think I tried to get him on the show, trying to get Mark Wahlberg on the show. But let's talk about this film. Also in theaters today, The Boys in the Boat. Alan, tell us about The Boys in the Boat.
Okay, so I know of this story because my in-laws are from Washington. But it's a story of the University of Washington crew team. Is that right? The rowing team. And this is back like just before World War II. And there's basically the university has two row teams, the varsity and the junior varsity. A lot of the rowers came up into varsity, left a vacuum. Varsity is doing great, but junior varsity is doing horribly. And so there's a call out just to general men to join the team. And one gentleman in particular, I believe it's Joe. Yeah, Joe Rance. He just needs money. He can't pay for his tuition. Needs a job. Can't get a job. And it looks like rowing is the only thing he can do to pay for his tuition at the university. And lo and behold, as the team is put together and as the training goes on, there's something about this junior varsity team that is special in the sense of they're in tune with one another. They are a true team in every sense, and they become a superior crew team, a rowing team. And so much so that the big conflict of this movie is the fact that the coach, played by Joel Edgerton, Al, he decides that he's going to send the junior varsity team to nationals and potentially go to the Olympics over the varsity team. And I will say this, as a movie as a whole, it's a very good sports movie. I don't know that I would say it's a great sports movie or that it stands above the rest, but it has every element you want in a sports movie: the human drama, the athletic drama, and a story of historical significance. And so I think you're gonna have a good time with this. And I don't think it will set like other great sports movies will. But that's my feeling about this.
The Boys in the Boat is, of course, based on a true story. This team, the junior varsity team, ended up going to the Olympics. And it's
you gave it away. It's
well, no, they end up but it's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story.
I'm not going to say how it ends.
They win.
Hey, let me just
okay, go.
There's a reason I'm telling you this history. So they end up going to the Olympics after against tremendous odds. They end up in the Olympics as the team representing the United States. And it's the Olympics of, I want to say, is it 1936?
Yeah, I believe so. It's the Berlin Olympics.
And it's in Germany, and Hitler is there. And they make a big deal about, like, when they go to Germany, like there are like Nazi flags like everywhere when they get to Germany. And the film it feels like a family movie in terms of the approach of the film. And I'll say that it is based on actual events. So the movie is not particularly diverse, except there's one scene which I thought was really pandering, where they meet Jesse Owens. So this is something that they always do at every Olympics. Mm-hmm. All the athletes go out carrying the flag of their country, and they walk, in kind of a parade right? And so the boys that are on that team are there along with all the other Olympians, and an actor. They got an actor to play Jesse Owens, who looks over and it's like, yeah, like the line is something as simple as, yeah, we're glad you're here. You're going to show those Germans. And it's like, this will be a great thing to show those Germans. And Jesse Owens, it's such a pandering, noted checkbox of a line. It really kind of stood out to me. It was so, like he says, not so much. Wait,
theoretically it's plausible that they would have met
just
Jesse
said,
Owens.
The line that Jesse Owens, it portrayed in the movie, says, it's not so much for the people here as it is for the folks back home. Like, he wants to show them that a black athlete can perform in the Olympics. But
I think you're just calling out the fact that issue is never mentioned prior to the.
It's one scene. It's never brought up again in the movie. But it's like, well, we got diversity in this film. It checks the diversity box because they threw in a super lecture-y speech in the middle of the movie. It's not even a speech, though. It's literally
not a speech. I mean,
it's not a speech. It's a couple lines, but it's like, I guess you have to do that.
It doesn't ruin the movie.
It doesn't ruin. No, it does not ruin the movie.
Yeah.
But it did stand out.
It's kind of like the one line.
Here's the message.
It's that one line in the Batman that just threw everyone out.
It's one line in the Batman. It's like, racism is bad. We need to let you know this. That, even though this movie is pretty much all white people, we're not racist. Like, dude, that line just really popped. The other thing is, the movie is like a family film. It felt it's 2 hours, but just felt like so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will say the best scenes in the movie are the racing scenes, and there's a lot of them. So there's the tension, like, can they make it? And like, there's a certain like rhythm. You're like 8 men in a boat, right? And you've got to be in sync. If you're going to reach certain speeds, you have to be in sync. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah. So now there'll be more boy band talk in the chat here.
Is there more boy band talk in the chat?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, look, it checks the boxes for a sports movie. It's inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you're looking for those moments where they're, about to break up as a team, but then they come back together. It's a good family film.
It's a very good family film. It's all the great values of movies that, we remember. It's positivity. It's go for your dream. You can make it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have some struggle, but you can make it. And I really enjoyed it. I just think it's very safe. The movie is very safe, but it's a movie you could just see with your whole family and everyone. Is it on Prime? It is going to be. It is in theaters.
Yeah,
it will come eventually to Prime on Amazon. But thoroughly enjoyed.
And I should mention, this is the George Clooney direction.
George Clooney directed it. And I actually ended up going to the premiere. Believe it or not, I went to the premiere. And I'm giving it like just a slight recommendation, but it's a movie also you could watch with the whole family and everyone will be inspired. Everyone, like, you could watch it on Christmas Day with your family and, everyone will have a good time. And it's also like reminds me, this is the thing I did also like about the film. There's some things I just thought it played it very safe, but this is like what's refreshing about this movie. They don't make movies like this now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't make movies like this. It feels like a movie that was made in the 90s. It has like a Chariots of Fire type of feel, right? Like nobody probably remembers Chariots of Fire except for me. But it has that kind of like you struggle, you get your dream. It's also, a period film set and true story. The fact, this is also just all of America was behind this team.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. And let's not understress the point that this was the junior varsity team and not the varsity team. The boys who had been rowing for years are now being upstaged by the boys who were together for a few months. Yeah. I don't want to give the impression that we didn't like the movie. We did. It's just we've seen we see truly inspiring sports films over our lives, and these films stay with us, and we remember them. And as good as this movie is, it just doesn't reach that category. And it didn't feel like it was really going for that category at the end there. So yeah, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go. You know what? I have been sitting here for 2.5 hours. I gotta go get some water or something. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, I'll be right back.
I'll go over some.
I got the comments.
Yes. Do we have any comments from the film? Anyone have anything to say about it? Let me go through this real quick. Yeah, here you go. Nerd Far Away, LOL. Chris and Alan discussing films while the chat argues about boy bands. Yes, and the team was in sync. Right. Saving Private Ryan was racist. I don't know who said that or why. Let's see. Red French Moon. I remember Chariots of Fire. Amazing Vangelis soundtrack. I think that's the thing people remember most about Chariots of Fire is that soundtrack. Let's go to some of the other chats here. Epic Mike. Hey, Epic Mike, welcome. Well done fart jokes can be hilarious. Davina Duckworth. Hey, thanks for doing the research here. I looked up Emanuelle's Revenge, the third movie with this title. So 69, 93, and 22. Okay, let's see. Alan Horkin. I'm not sure I trust this Wonka guy. I hear he reenacts famous scene from American Pie, only with peaches. Yeah, so maybe Wonka isn't that safe. Alan Horkin also goes on to say, Paddington 2 is almost a perfect family film. Wonka is the same team, so I'm willing to give it a chance. But again, it is a musical. Yeah. I mean, Paul King did Paddington 2, Paddington 1, same writer as Paddington 2. And, it's a very well done musical. John Thomas for $5. That Emanuelle movie is a remake. In the original, she dies. Oh, great. She still kills him by locking him inside the dungeon room. Okay, so not going to say whether that exists in the movie, but it might. All right. Let me see. How do I? Okay, never mind. I got it. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Davina, apparently Emanuelle is very vengeful. I believe that's kind of the ongoing thing about the series. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of talk about the Vangelis theme song. It is timeless. You hear it all the time. Okay, Dick Stein, D's Weebos. He's funny. I had a record of Menudo. My neighbor was from Mexico, or his dad was, so he gave it to me as a gift one time. Yeah, Menudo was a thing. Now Polly's screaming at me. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Donald J. Skywalker. Alan, are you doing anything exciting for the holidays? Geez. Well, truth be told, this is my first Christmas without my mom. And it's also the first Christmas back with the rest of the extended family after the pandemic. So we're pretty much just staying in town and doing the family thing. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Ms. P. Coffee, get some more here. Spidey Sensei 72 Film Threat. Is this new Emanuelle movie streaming yet? Yeah, it's on VOD. And I'm pretty sure you just have to go to the major platforms for it. All right, you back?
I'm back.
Okay. Are we going to talk about the Wonka commercial?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Sorry. Something just came up. Our interview subject is having interview.
What
is our interview subject for today is having internet problems, and we're going to have to push.
Okay.
So
by the way, I'll be interviewing Chris Jericho after the live stream.
Oh, cool. So you have a hard out at 11. Okay, well then let's get.
We could go after 11. It's just we can't go to
Okay.
11:30.
All right. A couple quick things. We need to see the results of the poll. So I'm gonna take that banner off. Go with the generic background. Alan, if you can look in the private chat, let's get the results of this poll. The question was, are farts still funny?
Okay. Do you want me to read it or you want me to throw it in the chat?
Okay, wait, I have the stats.
Okay.
I have the stats. I will post it. This is okay. The results of this poll will shock you. It'll shock you to your core. The question was, do you still find farts fun? I think, well, fun, funny, whatever.
Funny, yeah.
72% said yes. No, 27% with 210 votes. That is an enormous victory. That is enormous victory for farts.
Farts win.
What?
Farts win.
I thought you said farts wind.
Yes, that too.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a very honest question, Alan. Have you ever farted on the stream and like muted yourself to pass?
No. But I will say I have farted in my improv show.
Like actually like doing improv and just like
it was
speaks out.
Yeah, we do this game where we have to we're off stage pantomiming something. And at one point, and it's we're giving clues and we have 10 seconds to give a clue. And the moment I stepped on stage, I did a foot stomp and I farted, and the entire audience heard it. And it was just a moment where it's like you just stand there and take in the reaction.
Well, I mean, you are supposed to be funny on stage, so
I was very funny at that moment in time.
Scientifically speaking, I was just reading some statistics. 72% of people still find farts funny.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I've heard stories like, speaking of Chris Jericho, I've heard stories of wrestlers who, after being body slammed or something like that, they wind up pooping themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that they kind of have to change things around to accommodate the loaded tights.
Oh my God. All right, let's talk about this. Some very interesting news. In an effort to encourage children towards healthy eating, there's a vegan commercial that's running before Wonka in theaters. Okay, look. Hold
on, is the commercial associated with Wonka or they?
I got a press release, and I'm gonna read some stuff from the press release, okay. But I want to show you the website where it's called Eat Differently at eatdifferently.com. And they are apparently, some theaters are playing this commercial in front of Wonka. We can watch it. It's close your eyes, count to 3. Imagine a world where people thrive eating plants, not animals. If you want to change the world, there's nothing to it, which is to quote a Wonka thing. Watch our theatrical PSA commercial at 1,800 U.S. theaters during the pre-show of the blockbuster film Wonka. I don't know if Warner Brothers has anything to do with this, but this is interesting because what does being vegan have anything to do with Wonka? Wonka is about chocolate. If anything,
chocolate is vegan.
Chocolate is vegan, technically, yes, but shouldn't the message better be brush your teeth after and maybe don't eat so much candy? Eat candy in moderation. Shouldn't that be the message? I think it's so. This is on. Okay, that's not all the screens, but 1,800 is quite a bit. That I'm trying to find the press release that was sent to me. How I found this thing. It's really weird. I just don't know how people are going to react to this. I hate commercials at the movie theater. Okay. I really don't I paid to be there. Don't lecture me or don't give me a commercial for Ford or Miller Lite or whatever. Like I don't mind movie trailers. That I like. Movie trailers I'm into, and also that pads my time so I can wait in line to get some, refreshments. I can't go see a movie and not eat popcorn. I
Look,
can't.
I'll defend the movie theater for a second.
Okay.
The advertised start time. So let's say your movie starts at noon. The moment the 20 minutes before noon, they play commercials. Once noon hits, it's just trailers, and the stupid Regal or AMC bumpers.
Right. I just think, I mean, it's a 60-second commercial, and the commercial actually stars Timothée Chalamet, Hugh Grant, and Olivia Colman in this.
Okay, so it is connected with the movie.
It is connected directly to them. I just think it's really interesting. So is there an agenda here of like, I mean, look, I just know a balanced diet and you need protein. Best source of protein is meat. It just is. In fact, meat is so good, animals eat other animals. That's how delicious meat is. Okay. So we're going to watch this commercial really, really quickly. And it'll be interesting to see what the reaction is. So here it is. We're just going to watch it right here. Wait, what? What'd you say?
I was going to close your eyes, count to 3.
Here we go. I'll have to make sure I share the music.
Yeah, we can get copyright struck for the music in the background.
Dream of a world where kindness places all.
There are artists who think differently, who realize that thinking beyond the box often means dismantling the cage, who know that embracing creative freedom means nothing without granting freedom for all, who understand that the greatest form of human expression isn't found in the spotlight or in grandiosity, but in the simple act of compassion. There are those that think and eat differently.
Okay. All right. I don't know what the deal is with this. It said in the press release that, no, it says Wonka stars Timothée Chalamet, Hugh Grant. It doesn't say that they're so I read that incorrectly. Just a quick correction.
So did we miss them? Did I miss them?
No. They're not in it.
Okay.
They're not in it. I read it incorrect. It said Wonka stars those stars, not there in the commercial. So it's playing on 1,800 screens. What do we think of this? What do you think of this, Alan? That should they run the vegan? Look, popcorn is vegan. Wait a sec. Butter
is not vegan.
Butter is not vegan. It comes from milk, which comes from cows. Butter is not vegan. But that commercial we just saw had featured Natalie Portman, Joaquin Phoenix, among others, Paul McCartney. Okay, right. I look, you make whatever choice you want in terms of how you want to live your life and eat. I don't need this lecture at a movie theater. I don't like commercials other than trailers for movies. I don't want to see a commercial while I paid to see a film. I don't want to pay to then be lectured to. Alan, so that's what I think of this whole thing.
Yeah. Look, I'll back up from a free speech standpoint and say, look, if the message was something that I agreed with, I'd probably be okay with it appearing before my movie. I mean, ultimately, it comes down to that is, whether commercials should be played after the promised start time, and if it is, it just becomes a matter of, do I agree with the message or do I not? And we're so divided in this world that if I don't agree with it, I'm going to hate it. And if I do agree with it, I'm going to say it was brave. Thanks for doing it. The biggest problem I have with this is just the sanctimoniousness of the message. And, I've just grown accustomed to it, and I'll do the eye roll and then I'll just enjoy the film from there.
Well, the good thing is it's only 60 seconds. We just saw this commercial.
If it had been a 5-minute infomercial, I would be pissed off.
Yeah,
3 minutes.
1 minute, fine. Now I can go back and get M&Ms. peanuts are vegan. Or I can get, oh my God. Okay. So AMC Theaters is now serving sliders. I'm going to be eating my sliders. I don't think the movie theaters are down with this because they sell hot dogs and sliders.
Oh yeah, and they have the dine-in theaters, and I can guarantee you that 80% of that menu is not vegan.
I could just say this. If I saw this commercial, it would immediately remind me to order chicken nachos.
Yeah.
So
by the way, the salad is the chicken salad.
Yeah. Salad. Would you like a protein on there? Yes, chicken. This commercial reminded me that I'd like to have some delicious chicken. Well, there you go. I think it's very odd, but here we are.
I was looking at the website, that Eat Differently website, and under the Why Eat Plants, it goes into disease and pandemics and says it is a widely held belief that the recent COVID-19 pandemic began in live animal markets, and as the amount of close contact between humans and animals on factory farms increases, so does the risk. I mean, they're trying to be scientific, but if you, okay, I'll just say it that way. But I have an issue with some of the facts it purports to state. I don't want to get us struck, so I'm not. I'll leave it at that.
What do you mean you don't want to get us struck? We're not going to get struck for saying anything.
What, telling the truth about COVID-19? Yeah, we'll get.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
We don't say. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also,
but
that's not
like this is my problem with science nowadays. We only believe the science that proves our points, as opposed to believing science because they're facts.
Right. I'm not in favor of this. I don't want to be lectured when I've paid for the movie. I will make my own choices. I will get the chicken nachos. I will eat the sliders. Now at AMC Theaters is serving sliders. I'm sure they're delicious. I like a delicious slider. It's one of my favorite.
And the beef is ground on the spot. So I believe there's a
right.
slaughterhouse behind the theater. So.
I just think it's funny. Like they're running this commercial in front of 1,800 where Wonka is playing. I don't know what that has to do. Like it's at 1,800 theaters, and yet at the theater you can get chicken nachos and sliders and hot dogs. Let's look at your comments and questions and concerns here. Jimmy Francis says, hope you have a good one, Alan. Which days or holidays will Film Threat be streaming? We are on our regular schedule. Last year we did a holiday chill stream. We are going to be doing that. So we're going to be live next week, and we'll be live through the holidays. Doesn't change. It will be more of a hangout and talk. We might be a little shorter. Maybe it'll be like 90 minutes or so, but we are on our regular schedule, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern. We are not changing our schedule. We'll be streaming all those days.
I will say in 2 years, we will be changing our streaming schedule for the holidays.
Well, at some point we're probably,
in 2 years, Christmas will be on Wednesday.
Yeah, we might not be doing that on Wednesday, but we might do it like on the Tuesday, or like the Monday. We're not changing anything this year. Same schedule as always. And we'll get to talk to you, and we'll look at funny videos, and we'll just have a good time and chill. So thank you, Jimmy. I hope you join us. The Nerd Far Away. I think a truly healthy balance involved both meat and veggies. I know, unpopular opinion. Same here. I like a good steak, a good cut of meat, but I have to have like a potato, asparagus, peas, green beans,
a balanced diet,
salad. It just breaks it up. And it's the one thing that, like, it's interesting. Astronauts, when they go to outer space, one of the foods they crave, you're not going to believe this, but you can look up the food that astronauts crave the most is salad and lettuce, because all the food is in these containers. That's just like, it's like a paste. So a salad is crunchy, and they miss having something that's crunchy because everything is sort of gooey and whatever. I saw this on a video where they're creating rockets to go to send astronauts on long journeys to Mars. And one of the things they're doing is pitching like different food options. Salad is very popular amongst astronauts. Charlie Stevenson, vegans make others miserable as they are. Well, I think a type of vegan is a personality of someone who just wants to tell you how to live your life. I've never liked those people. I don't care whether it's politics. I don't care whether it's movie opinions. I don't care whether it's food. Look, I've made my own choices and I don't judge yours. I'm very libertarian when it comes to like, you want to dress a certain way, you want to be a certain way, you be you, but don't tell me how to be me. I'll do that for myself. Alan?
Yeah. Just let me live my life. Get away.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
away.
Alan.
Go.
Yeah.
It's my life.
I don't care what actors do. I make my own choices, says Sean Hu.
Yeah, you can certainly be inspired by actors. I think ultimately that's what they want to do is, or what actors should do is just be a person worthy of being inspired or of inspiring others. And if that happens to mean that you change people from eating meat, that's fine. But to demand it, to insist it, to write laws about it, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. My friend Jeff Tucker time. I'll have a large popcorn with a side of propaganda, please. Yeah. Jeff, miss you, man. Love to hang out at some point.
Yeah.
We want to get
maybe
Alan
in the next few weeks.
Yeah, maybe in the next few weeks, we'd like to hit you up if you don't mind. Alan and I would like to get our Knott's fix. It's Knott's Merry Farm. I'm all about Knott's. I think that Knott's Halloween, Knott's Scary Farm is better than Universal. Why? You can actually get on more of the mazes. It's fantastic. Plus, the food at Knott's is exceptional. Yeah. I always go for a boysenberry margarita, maybe a boysenberry beer with a boysenberry sausage with boysenberry mustard. I'm all about the boysenberry, so much so that if I eat too much boysenberry, I will turn into a giant boysenberry, and Oompa Loompas are going to have to roll me off off to the parking lot. That's how much boysenberry I'm going to eat. Yeah, I'll hit you up, Jeff. I appreciate that you watch the show.
By the way, I was mistaken. Next year is a leap year, so next year Christmas is on Wednesday.
Okay, well we will drive off. We will drive off that bridge when we get to it.
Yes.
As Ted Kennedy.
I know I'm going to get corrected later on. So
sorry, that was a dumb joke. All right, Patrick Lemire. I was raised on a farm, and meat farmers feed their animals the vegetable waste like husks that human can't eat. It's pure resource utilization efficiency. Yeah.
Yeah. Common Ground. Go see the documentary Common Ground. And it goes right into how important animals are to a farm.
And H is for hedonism. Bloody hell, Alan. What's with you telling the truth? Yeah.
Sorry, that's my mission in life. Tell the truth.
Wes Ray said, what's to stop a theater manager from refusing to play a commercial they object to in their theater? Advertisers can't check every single theater nationwide, can they? I'm sure that the PSA was sent to 1,800 theaters. Are they all showing it? Next week, if some of you, for our show on Wednesday, we'll continue this topic. Let me know if some of you went to see Wonka. Did any of you see this commercial playing in theaters? I would like to know. I would have
to believe there's some money involved in it as well.
Donald J. Skywalker says Soylent Green. Anyone? Donald J. Skywalker from Dearborn, Michigan, who's watching from Michigan. I got to get back to Michigan soon. One of my favorite bars in Royal Oak is Gasoline Alley. Next time I go back to Michigan, I am going to have a meetup at Gasoline Alley. We're just going to do that. All right. I am informed. My apologies for having to let you know this. So our special guest interview today will be rescheduled for next week sometime. So apologies for that. I mean, I've been having problems. So apparently our guest is having problems with, just having problems with StreamYard. It's weird.
Or the internet. Sound like with the internet in general.
It's an internet issue, and I don't know what's going on. So, and we're having problems with StreamYard anyways. So I don't know how to I don't know how to deal with this, but we'll just deal with this. So here's some last chat comments and questions here before we wrap things up for the day. Alan.
Yeah. Well, I should mention we have over 100 people watching us on Rumble. So welcome.
Oh, wow. Awesome. So,
All right.
all right. Well, that's good. We're gonna I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think we're gonna wrap it up after we get your comments and questions and whatnot. I want to wrap it up.
And the family plan is on Apple TV right now. Since we don't have the director. The dead air is killing us right now.
Okay. Okay, this is all right. This is weird. This is weird. What is going on? This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. This is weird. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's happening. What's happening? This is StreamYard is really screwed up. Alan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what's happening. This is just bizarre. This is bizarre. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. I don't know what is going on. We'll be back next week. Thank you very much, everyone. What is this? Okay.
You're gonna break StreamYard.
I don't know what is happening. Okay?
You're gonna break the whole system, and they're gonna blame us for it.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, let's leave it at that. Alan, what do you have coming up?
I'll be in San Diego tomorrow at 7:30 at nationalcomedy.com. And yeah, maybe I'll see Animal. Who knows if I have time.
Yeah, I have so many movies that I need to watch. It's kind of crazy at this point. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the technical issues out there, but just want to say thanks to all of you. We will be back next week. Wednesday will be a different time. I will let you all know. I'll let you know in the community tab. And of course, we'll put up the stream early so you can click the bell for notifications. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. We'll be doing, hopefully, fingers crossed, on next Wednesday, we'll be talking about Aquaman 2. It'll be our early reaction, and we will discuss it. We'll have a lot of fun next Wednesday. What do I got going on this weekend? I am going to relax because Award This was crazy. Award This was super crazy. We've got which just debuted on the channel. We have a video we cut together. It's like I'll show this video real quick. The video is just a little highlight reel of everything from Award This. I'm gonna share screen here. We're going to watch that video to end the show because it turned out so well. Glenn did such a job on this. I want to feature it. Let's watch this.
Hi, I'm Zoe Gong.
Oh,
as a traditional Chinese
I remember that part.
user's
Do
first
this.
race for
Ah.
Yeah, the food was great.
Independent horror films scare the living poop out of my bunghole.
Are you guys ready to get this show started? You guys, I'm back from the bathroom. I've been snorting pixie sticks.
This award goes for indie horror.
This is probably the only award I'd really care about winning in the world. So we went through so much to make this film.
This is actually the most I've had to drink in like forever.
I borrowed money from everybody.
This was a film that we shot on a $30K budget.
I took out my 401k.
We're not going to get Oscars. We're not going to get Independent Spirit Awards. We don't have the huge budgets to get those awards.
I borrowed money from gangsters.
First they ignore you, and then they laugh at you, and then they fight you, and then you win.
I just had to make this film.
This award goes to
you guys help everyone in this room push the dream a little bit longer.
I think that Film Threat and Award This really are true champions of independent film.
This is so crazy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I used up my speech last time. I got nothing left.
I guess I'm going to be double fisting it this time.
Yay, I'll be double fisting too.
I'm going to fill this with Mountain Dew.
this award.
Just here to watch movies.
Movies?
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
What the is this movie even?
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Oh,
Yippee-ki-yay.
I love movies too. Oh.
That
All right, Chris asked.
oh my god, that was super fun. Kind of shows you what the event is like. A few more super chats here, and we're gonna wrap it up for today. But Matthew Hammond for $4.99. Can you watch the trailer for the American Society of Magical Negroes? Oh wow.
Are you allowed to say that?
That is, I believe that's a comedy bit from Key and Peele, and we'll get copyright struck. But yeah, if that's what you're referring to. I love that. Another one from Bush and Ryu Cat for $5. I know what happened. Flash Gordon cloned himself to battle Ing the Merciless. Sons and Shadows says Chrisception. Dennis Wright says today's stream is avant-garde cinema. And a final thank you to our mods, Lord Thoth, Latino Slant, and don't forget Ms. P Coffee. She forgets herself.
By the way, they're looping someone in about the getting you into that screening, so you're not in yet.
I'm not in yet,
but they're looking into it, so that has to be good news.
All right, there you go. We're going to be talking Aquaman 2 next Wednesday. Join us for our early reaction. I want to thank you. And I'm sure I'll do this a lot over the holidays. Never thought the channel would grow as much as it did. We started the year in January at 60,000. Now we're at nearly 105,000. That's really amazing growth, and we appreciate it and hope you have fun with us. We like to have fun. Sometimes it's serious conversation. Sometimes we're talking about vegan commercials playing at theaters. You never know, but it's always a good time to chill and chat. We don't have to agree to have fun. So there you go. Alan,
let's get out of here.